नमस्ते बच्चों, हमेशा खुश रहो. Myself Jivin Dr. Monica Trivedi, and today I am going to teach you about chemical and phase equilibrium. In this chapter we have to learn about the chemical equilibrium first, and then after we will discuss about the phase equilibrium. In a chemical equilibrium, the following topics we have to cover. First is the chemical equilibrium, law of mass action, factor affecting the chemical equilibrium, Le-Chatler's principle, equilibrium constant, springly soluble salt, what is the common ion effect, and the selective precipitation method and its application, also the pH and the buffer of the solution, and the acid-base titration. So first topic is chemical equilibrium. So the chemical equilibrium is a condition in which the reversible chemical reaction which no net change in this amount of reactant and product occur. So at the equilibrium, the two opposite reactions go on at the equal rate. Hence, there is no net change in the amount of substance involved. At this point, the reaction may be considered to be complete. Okay, or it can be defined as the chemical equilibrium is a state in which the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. There is no net change in a concentration of reactant and product. So this kind of equilibrium is called as a dynamic equilibrium. Okay, you can see in this in this reaction the mole of A which is denoted by small a, and the A is a substance, and the B is a mole, and capital B is a substance. The rate of reaction for forward reaction is K1, and the rate of reaction for backward reaction is K2, and it will convert into the product mole of C, capital C, plus D, capital D. So the rate of reaction for forward reaction and backward reaction can be represented as rate of reaction, the disappearance of reactant denoted by minus K1. Okay, the concentration of A, concentration of B with their power A and B, which is equals to K1, K2 C concentration of products. Okay, so K minus 1. Okay, the second for the backward reaction, where K1 and K minus 1 are reaction constant for a forward and a backward reaction. Okay, the next topic is law of mass action. The law of mass action is depend on the actively participating moles of a reactant molecule which are used to convert in a product. Okay, so the rate of any chemical reaction is proportional to the product of the masses of the reacting substances, with each mass released to a power equal to the coefficient that occur in the chemical reaction. This law was useful for the obtaining the correct equilibrium equation for the reaction. For suppose the A plus B is converted into C and D, the law of mass action states that if the system is at the equilibrium at a given temperature, then the ratio of a constant is the K EQ is the equilibrium constant, the concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. After that, you can find out the law of mass action for each and every reaction which is present on an equilibrium. The next topic is a factor affecting the chemical equilibrium. So it stated that the change in a temperature, pressure and volume or concentration of a system will react on the opposite charges in a system. Like the change in concentration, if we allow to change in concentration according to the Le-Chatler's principle, the addition of additional reaction to a system will shift the equilibrium to the right side toward the side of the product. Also, by reducing the concentration towards by reducing the concentration of any product will shift the equilibrium to the right side, to the reactant side. So by adding the reactant or by reducing the product, the equilibrium will shift it. So here in an example like CO plus twice mole of H2 convert into CH3OH. If the concentration of CO increases, the amount of methanol will increase. Thereby, the decrease in the total change in amount of a CO. Okay. Next is a change in a pressure. If a pressure increases, a system increases or the volume decreases. Okay, so the equilibrium will shift to the favor of the side of the reaction that involves the fewer moles of a gas, which have a fewer mole of the gas. So where the concentration is low, the equilibrium shifted to that side. Similarly, if the volume of a system increases or the pressure decreases, the production of the additional moles of a gas will be forward. Next is a change in a temperature. The effect of temperature on the equilibrium relates with the heat of the reaction. Okay, the endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed and the value of del H is positive. You can see the heat is involved and the value of del H is positive, and the A converts into B by absorbing some heat. Okay. For exothermic reaction, the heat released, so the heat is produced and the value of del H is negative. So here you can see the A converts into B. In this reaction some heat is released, so the value of del H is negative. So the lowering of the temperature on the endothermic reaction will shift the equilibrium to the left side, and for the exothermic reaction heat is produced, therefore the increase in the temperature will shift the equilibrium to the left side. Okay, so next is the effect of catalyst. The catalyst present in any kind of reaction, it will change the rate of reaction, but it will not affect the equilibrium, but it will faster the reaction. Okay, so the reaction become faster on the addition of the catalyst, and the equilibrium states is a one in which that that the forward and the backward reaction rates are equal. So in presence of catalyst, both forward and backward reaction will speed up equally, thereby allowing the system to reach equilibrium faster. However, the addition of a catalyst has no effect. Okay, so these are some factors which affect the chemical equilibrium. The next topic is Le-Chatelier's principle. Le-Chatelier's principle plays an important role in a chemical equilibrium, the shifting of the equilibrium. Okay, so according to Le-Chatelier principle, it is stated that if the dynamic equilibrium is distributed by changing the conditions on the position of the equilibrium shifts to the that condition where the concentration is low and the equilibrium re-establish. Okay, so if a chemical reaction is at the equilibrium at the experience a change in a pressure, temperature, or a concentration. These are the factors which can be affect the chemical equilibrium. So the product or a reactant, okay, the equilibrium shifts in opposite direction to offset the change. Okay, it will try to reduce the change and it will re-establish the equilibrium to the reaction to be in a equilibrium state only. So next is the equilibrium constant. The equilibrium constant, it is denoted by K. It can be used to find the concentration of compound of reversible reaction at the equilibrium. To determine the amount of each compound that will be present at the equilibrium constant will be used. This is the simple reversible reaction. For this kind of reaction, the equilibrium constant K is equals to concentration of C, concentration of D divided by concentration of A and concentration of B. So it is simply the concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant, where A, small a, is the activity of the represented species. Okay, the equilibrium constant expressed to the reflect the concentration, so it can also be used Kc. C is a concentration, and the concentration of product and concentration of reactant. Okay, so the equilibrium constant of the reactant and the product of a partial pressure can also be expressed as Kp, Kp concentration of P, a pressure of product and pressure on a reactant. So this is all about the chemical equilibrium factors which are affected the chemical equilibrium, the Le-Chatelier principle, and the chemical constant, equilibrium constant. Thank you very much.